You got to be a bold person to make claims like this. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about a reaction to a video that I did and many others have done about illegal aliens and reparations. Now, before we get into her reaction video, let's back up a little bit here so I can give you a quick refresher so it's fresh in your mind when you're watching her video. Now, back in 2018, Donald Trump had a zero tolerance policy on the border between U.S. and Mexico. So if you went to the border, you probably were going to get sent back. You want to try to claim asylum? Do that in Mexico. Don't do that here in the States. If you come to the border, you get caught, and let's just say you are a quote-unquote mom, might be a coyote, but anyway, you are a mom with a son. You guys are separated. Why? Well, if you're committing a crime, that's usually what happens when you get detained. You're not going to be detained with your child. If you're a regular, normie U.S. citizen and you rob a bank, for example, you don't go to the penitentiary with your kids. Maybe they come see you on visiting day, put their hand on the glass, crying on the phone. Maybe they could do something like that, but you're not going to be in cell block E with your 2-year-old in the top bunk. You understand what I'm saying? But the DOJ or whatever, they're saying that practice back in 2018 was inhumane, snatching kids from their parents. So now they're going to give out cash reparations to illegal aliens to the tune of $450,000 per person affected. So if it was a mom and a son and they both have some kind of PTSD or mental distress or some kind of, mental anguish from that 2018 policy, they're able to get $450 each. So you're talking about $900,000 for two people. And if you got a family of 4, you're talking about $1.8 million. And let's just say, for math's sake, there were 5,000 parents for each child, although probably more or less, but let's just say 10,000 people, for example, and round of 450 to 500. That's $5 billion payout to illegal aliens for crossing the border illegally, breaking our laws. That is not right. That is not okay, especially when a lot of black folks, 90-something% voted for Joe Biden. And a lot of black folks are saying, hey, what about us? How about slavery reparations? Are we going to get that? I think not. Now, before I go any further into it, let's go ahead and check this out. I'll watch this with you live so we can get a reaction. I've seen some of this, but I've not seen all of it. So let's just see what's going on. And this person is Black Women Views. I don't know her actual name.
Here we go with the book. I'm already seeing people, chaos agents, trying to run with this misinformation, disinformation campaign.
Okay, I guess that's me, right? I guess I'm the agent of misinformation, agent of chaos. I guess that's me. But we're going to see if I am telling the truth or if she is. We'll see.
That President Biden is paying quote unquote reparations to immigrants impacted by Donald Trump's child separation policy. Now, I know the reason why they chose the word reparations is because they want to draw a juxtaposition between the fact that American descendants of slaves, of enslaved people, have not gotten reparations, and try and make it seem like, look, Joe Biden is giving immigrants reparations before they give black people reparations. Where is our reparations at? Joe Biden ain't doing it for black people.
Okay, I like your black scent right there, lady. Is that how black folks sound? Is that how we talk? That's good on you, Miss Pro Black, blackity black, all this and that and the third. But let's pause for a minute. The reason why I say reparations is because that's what it is. Okay, I just happen to have the definition right here on Google. Just Google it yourself. Reparation: the making of amends for a wrong one has done by paying money to or otherwise helping those who have been wronged. And then the example they give right here is, quote, the courts require a convicted offender to make financial reparation to his victim. Okay. And then the synonyms here: amends, restitution, redress, compensation, recompense, repayment, atonement, indemnification, indemnity, damages, salatium. It's right there in definition. So I use that word because it makes sense to say that. That's exactly what it is. Okay, let's keep on going.
Black people, that's what they're trying to evoke and get people all ginned up about. Well, here are the facts. The fact is, for one, we don't even know if it's true. This is what the Wall Street Journal is reporting. That's being considered. Okay, it's not.
So you don't know if it's true, but it's being considered. So now you're just trying to downplay it to say that, oh, that's not really happening. This ain't really no big thing, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. But I mean, it's out there. It's a real story. It's not some kind of fake news story. It's all over the place.
Not even a done deal. But what we know is that there were over 5,000 people who were impacted by Donald Trump's inhumane and cruel child separation policy. Now,
5,000 kids, not just people, but kids, because remember, it's the kids and the parents that could be affected negatively mentally. Get your facts right.
I know y'all been at the arguing that it was okay to separate these families. Maybe you are, maybe you aren't.
I mean, why not? I mean, that's the way it is. Like I said in the beginning, if you as a regular citizen, lady, if you happen to rob a 7-Eleven or a Quick Trip, something like that, and you got about 18 kids in your bando in Atlanta, you're going to the hoot school, but them kids are not going to go with you. So why should you be able to break into the country illegally and go to detainment with your kids? That's not how that works at all. So yes, it is okay if it's cool for us and it's cool for them. Why would they get any different treatment than us?
Now, there are hundreds, over 900 lawsuits, claims that have been filed against the United States government, claiming a number of things. The average payout being requested from lawsuits is $3.4 million. So what the Biden-Harris administration is considering is setting up a settlement system in which a family would be paid up to $1 million or $450,000 per.
Now, let's pause right there. First, you were saying you don't know if it's true, et cetera, et cetera. It was reported. Now you're saying that they are considering. So which one is it? Maybe you're just arguing for argument's sake. Okay, cool. I'll give you that. But are there no court cases when it comes to reparations and slavery? There's no court cases. There's no legal challenges, nothing like that going on. There was no lawyers looking into it to see how it's going to get done. That wasn't going on. So because it's some court cases happening when it comes to the illegal aliens, then they can get it. But black folks got the same thing going on and we can't. Come on, let's stop playing.
Per person if only one person is involved. So do the math. 450, 3.4 million. Also do the math. How much does it take to litigate these cases? It's not free to defend the United States government against lawsuits. Okay? So this is an orderly and a timely and a more economical solution to the fact that hundreds, if not thousands of lawsuits are being filed against the United States or have been filed against the United States.
But here's the thing about that, though. Why should you pay a dime? I wouldn't pay nothing because what are you owed? Okay, you come into the country illegally, breaking laws, you get locked up, you don't go with your kids. It shouldn't be any kind of payout. They want to do this because they want to buy them. They want to bring them into the country illegally, give them a bunch of money and say, hey, remember that we gave you that. It was the Biden administration that gave you that. We did that for you. That's why the door is wide open right now at the border. Come on in, come one, come all. And when you are able to get to your sanctuary city and, get all kind of welfare benefits or whatever, don't forget who did that for you and vote for us. And matter of fact, you see these little areas right here that's kind of run down or whatever, a lot of black areas, white areas or whatever. Go ahead and just replace them. Go to their schools, go to the black schools and speak Spanish. If they don't learn Spanish, so what? Oh, well, we'll replace them. That's what's happening right now. You should be ashamed of yourself, lady, for defending illegal aliens in the Biden administration right now.
Now, it may not, they've thrown out a number of up to $1 billion. It may not be that much, depending on how many people actually file a claim. That has to happen. So this isn't a matter of reparations. It's not a matter of,
it is.
Look at Joe Biden doing something for immigrants and he ain't doing nothing for black people. It's a matter of settling lawsuits against the U.S. government, period.
All right. So that was Black Women Views. So eloquent. Great language. No cussing or nothing. Oh, boy. Okay. So there was a lot there. First of all, your man Joe Biden is not doing anything for really Americans, like natural born citizens, but definitely not for black folks. And it's weird because people like Black Women Views, they would go out here and say how racist Donald Trump was, all this, that, and the third. But Trump was the only hope for black folks to get any kind of money, really. And to be clear, just so you understand, I'm not for reparations for anybody, black folks, white folks, Puerto Rican, Candy Stripe, illegal alien, legal alien. I don't care who you are. Okay, you in America, that's as good as it's going to get. But if you are for reparations to black folks, Trump was saying, hey, we're going to steer $500 billion to your community. Black folks say, oh, well, it's not enough, and it's not just for us, and it's for other people too. It's like, all right, well, look, check it out. The money was going to help you more than it was going to hurt you, $500 billion. But now, since you said that wasn't enough, since you said Trump was racist, orange man bad, now what's going to happen? Now that $500 billion is gone, and matter of fact, it's not gone. It just transferred it to illegal aliens, to their own pet projects, to their own pockets. They gave themselves a raise in Congress. That's where your money went. Okay, they're giving themselves the types of pork and whatnot in these bills. Bernie Sanders said like $6 trillion. Bernie Sanders was saying $6 trillion and $0 for you in the bill that he wanted. Do you understand how much $6 trillion is? Then it was like 3.5. Now it's like 1 point something. And none of those bills, the Democratic Party, who all for black folks, black artists and that, none of those bills say anything for you. They had plenty for LGBT. They had plenty for illegal aliens, hundreds of billions of dollars for illegal aliens, resettlement and stuff like that. They had all of that in there. But what about you as an American citizen? Nothing. Zero. Zilch. Nada. So again, shout out to Black Women Views for that viewpoint. I'm not really sure if that was a reaction to my video or just from the news that had been out there, because people are talking. People are definitely talking. They're seeing this and they're like, wait a minute. You guys get that from 2018, but black folks can't get that from 1865. And again, I'm not in favor of reparations for anybody. I don't care who you are. You in America is good enough. What I am in favor of is having American citizens come first and not illegal aliens crossing the border illegally and then getting paid money because they committed a crime and they did not like their treatment afterward. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? How do you feel about this whole story with the reparations and illegal aliens and people trying to defend this whole situation? Who is this lady, Black Women Views? Is she a Democratic Party operative? I don't really know too much about her, but whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at with it. I say that this whole situation is crazy, but not something I wouldn't have been able to predict. Okay, you saw what Joe Biden said when he went on the Breakfast Club with Charlamagne. Charlamagne's like, hey, what you gonna do for black folks? It's like, man, forget all that. Vote for me or you ain't black. That's all he got for you. He said it back then and he meant what he said. He said what he said. Ain't no apology for that. Why apologize when you telling the truth? That's how you feel for real. Why say you sorry when you telling the honest, God's honest truth? Trump wanted to actually help. Trump did things. Biden won't. So, hey, you get what you vote for, I suppose. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.